Do the emerging generation in your life know that Jesus is coming back, or do they know more about his first coming than his second coming? I'm Daphne Kirk of Generation to Generation. So today I want to look at this issue of the return of Jesus and the impact on this emerging generation. Did you know, for example, there are 150 chapters in the Bible focused on his second return? 150, 20 times more than on his first coming. And yet I anticipate that most young people, most children, know more about his first coming than they do his second. And I want to throw you this challenge today because I think it is hugely significant in the time that we're living through. See, we travel all over the world, and I say to young people, I say to children, do you know Jesus is coming back? And their answer is yes. And if I said to them, do you know this famous footballer is coming, or this famous singer, or whatever, they go, yes. It's a complete disconnect from the return of Jesus compared to other people that they're looking forward to seeing. Revelation 1:7 says, behold, he is coming, and every eye will see him, even those that pierced him, and the tribes of all the earth will wail on his account. He is coming in the clouds, and this generation could be the generation that sees his return. How much it should be instilled in them, how much they should be excited, how much they should have their eye on his return as they walk through some of the hardest times this world has known. You know, in Acts 1:11 it says, why are you standing there looking up? The angel said to the disciples, why are you just standing looking? This same Jesus who has been taken up to heaven will come back in the same way that you have seen him go. This generation must know he will come back. Where's he coming back to? He's coming back to Jerusalem. He's coming back to the Mount of Olives. Have you taken them there? Now there's a thought. More than that, have you shown them on a map where this place is? Have you shown them the Mount of Olives? Have you said, this is where he's went back to heaven, this is where he's going to return? So it's deeply embedded in them that this is a fact. It's not a fairy story that may happen. It is a fact. And there is a place, and there is a time, and there is a mountain where he's going to come back to. And in Luke 1:28 it says, and when these things come to pass, look up, lift up your heads, for your redemption draws nigh. Do they know what these things are that are going to come to pass? And we'll talk about that in a video. But there's specific instructions to the people that are going to be alive at that time. And it says, when you see these things, lift up your heads, for your redemption draws nigh. I cannot convey to you strongly enough how we must instill in these young people, in these children, a passion of our own to say, our Jesus is returning. He is coming back. Men of Galilee, why do you stand there looking into the sky? I see a generation that are just looking around. They don't see the excitement, they don't see what's happening, they don't see the time when Jesus is coming to rule and reign. He's going to take over the earth, he's going to rule and reign as King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Every eye will see him, nations will bow, kingdoms will bow, they will bow to Jesus, Lord of Lords, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Let's inspire this generation. Let's put them into some of these scriptures, 150 chapters. There are surely some they can be learning, some they can be seeing. And let's deeply root them in the belief, in the passion, in turning their eyes so that they lift up their eyes, because their redemption will surely draw nigh. 1 Thessalonians 4:16, for the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a cry of command. He's going to descend. He's going to come down with a cry of command and the voice of the archangel, and with the sound of the trumpet. Do they even know there's going to be a trumpet sound? The final trumpet, which will announce his return. If you're watching this, just build that passion into yourself. Lift up your eyes, for your redemption draws near. Focus your eyes on the coming age which is to come, and pass that passion, pass that vision on to the next generation. 150 chapters in this book. Now, I have this Bible, which is really old. I mean, pages are falling out. I've had it 50 years, maybe longer. And I look back over it, and marked all the way through here are scriptures relating to his return. I am thankful that I grew up knowing, as sure as I knew anything, that he is coming back. It is embedded through my Bibles through the years. May a generation grow up who have Bibles marked like this, even more than this, and that are waiting for his return. They are his bride. He is the bridegroom. Let's prepare them for the greatest wedding feast that they will ever be part of.